Today, I decided to take on a new challenge deep in the wilderness. My goal was to build a shelter entirely from natural materials and spend the night at it alone. As I explored along a small creek, I discovered a large fallen tree stretching across the water. It seemed like the perfect foundation for my shelter. The log was strong, elevated above the creek, and stable enough to support the entire structure. I began by gathering straight pieces of wood from the surrounding forest. One by one, I cut, carried, and secured them to the main log. The work was much more demanding than I expected. Every piece had to be carefully positioned to ensure the shelter would be strong and safe. After several hours of hard work, the basic frame was finally complete. From there, I started building the floor using smaller wooden poles. Each piece was placed tightly together to create a solid platform where I could rest later that night. With the foundation finished, it was time to build the roof. This was the most important part of the shelter because it would protect me from the cool night air and the moisture of the forest. Using smaller branches, I constructed an A-frame roof and covered it with natural materials gathered from the area. Slowly but surely, the structure began to look like a real cabin, surrounded by the beauty of the forest. This small shelter became the result of hours of patience, effort, and determination. Before sunset, I focused on the final details. I prepared a small fire area for cooking and warmth during the night. Inside the shelter, I organized a simple sleeping space and made sure everything was ready before darkness arrived. As the sun disappeared behind the trees, the forest became quieter. The gentle sound of flowing water and the distant calls of wildlife filled the air. It was in this moment that I truly appreciated
The peace and simplicity of life in nature.
Tonight, I will sleep in a shelter built entirely by my own hands.
No electricity,
No modern comforts, and no help from anyone else. Just nature and the work I have completed today. Will this shelter be strong enough to keep me safe and comfortable through the night? Stay with me until the end of the video to find out.